Good evening. Listen, I don't want to take up too much of your time. You have to excuse me. I really haven't. I really don't know really how to work this thing, nor how to go live. So I don't know if I am or if I'm just recording on tonight. But um, I just want to drop this word. I don't know where you are. I don't know really what you're going through, nor what you're facing on tomorrow, nor this week. But I feel for somebody in the room on tonight that I can be encouragement. I really want to lift up verse for contextual sake and for encouragement to your life. That in the first book of the Bible, there's Genesis, you'd find after the fall of man that Adam and Eve find themselves hiding in the garden, and you find where God walks through the garden and calls them. That's note number one. Write that down. God calls them. He says, Adam, where are you? And Adam said to God in response to his question and call on his life, God, I was hiding because I was naked and ashamed. That's clause number two. Clause number three is what God's response and question would be to Adam, which is my question on to you on tonight. Who told you? Now listen, let's pause right there parenthetically, because I really want to uplift that particular verse for the rest of the duration of this video. That God asks him a critical, pivotal question. He says, Adam, who told you? Now, I'm not really in the business of having to out any of the preachers, ministers, or prophets, but I just want to encourage somebody on tonight that you have to be careful those people that you sit under who are not speaking life over you. It may be good that you're going to church and they make you sing and they make you shout and they give you a sense of peace after you leave for religious sake. But at the end of the day, after he's closed, after the choir has sang their last song, after the doors of the church are closed, after prayer meeting is over, ain't no more conference calls going on, really, that they impart a partition of life over your life? Is it just you went to church and received a word? Not just a word of encouragement, not just a word of hope, but a word of life that will push you into your destiny. Watch this. Clause A says God called Adam. I don't know really where you are, and I'm not sure what you've been fighting against, what you've been hiding from, what you've been running from, but clearly God has a higher calling for you and your life. I don't know what job you work. I'm not sure what active role you have in ministry, but whatever it is, God is calling you to something higher, to something better, to something deeper in your life. Don't let anybody discourage you that you have to stay where you are. Adam says, Lord, I was hiding because I was ashamed because of my current state of being. Watch this now. You have to be careful of being ashamed in your current state of being. See, where I am is not where God wants me to be, nor has he predestined me to spend the rest of my life right here. See, I ain't gonna be driving no Ford forever. I ain't gonna be living in no apartment forever. But someday, see, I ain't gonna be no elder forever. I ain't gonna be no deacon forever. I ain't gonna be singing background forever. There is going to come a day where I will fulfill my destiny for what the Lord has called me to. Watch this now. Clause number three, and my final as I close, because I'm at work on tonight, but I did want to drop this for somebody. Clause number three, God says, who told you? Who told you that you'd never find a good man because you already have two kids? Who told you you'd have to be a paper pusher for the rest of your life? Who told you that in your current state you'd never develop more, you never learn more, you couldn't finish school, you couldn't get a better job, a better position? I'm not sure where you are, but I want to encourage somebody on tonight to evaluate what it is that they told you and who told you that. It was clearly the enemy that told Adam and Eve that they were naked and they should be ashamed. But I'm here on tonight to tell you that you have nothing to be ashamed of. Whatever God has called you to do, you shall fulfill. God says that I know the plans that I have for you, and they are plans to prosper you. Can I just encourage you on tonight, regardless of your state of being, regardless of what you're facing, rather what you're going through, it don't matter what it look like. If God has called you to something, if God has told you something, don't trust what it look like, but trust what he said.